All right, now let's get to the memorials popping up honoring Charlie Kirk. One of the largest tributes right outside of Turning Point USA headquarters there in Phoenix, and that's where News Nation's Allie Bradley is reporting live today. All right, Allie, what are you seeing there?
Yeah, hey, Connell, another gut-wrenching day here at Turning Point USA headquarters in Phoenix. A person just showed up here playing bagpipes, playing Amazing Grace here, and you can see the crowd kind of gathering around him as they watch and just kind of take in this moment. Everything that Charlie Kirk really stood for hinged on his faith. He said that's what he wanted to be remembered by and remembered for. And so as we look here, all these individuals are here paying their respects, honoring Charlie. We also have some video of some young people who gathered on their knees in prayer and really embracing Charlie Kirk's faith and his family. And on these memorials all along the ground, you can see those flowers laid around, and we're going to kind of show you over here now what we're seeing as we see these memorials continue to grow. So there's two different sides of it. This is the second side here, and you can see all of the different things that are left behind for people. A lot of letters specifically for Erica, Charlie Kirk's widow, and their family. But we also had the opportunity to talk with a veteran today who said that he did not serve this country in order for these things to happen. Take a listen.
Sad. You know, brothers that I knew that were lost and stuff like that, they're rolling in the grave. They didn't serve for this, you know. They served for us to unify and come together, no matter what side you're on, you know. And it's really sad.
Now, Connell, we've seen a lot of individuals out here. We've seen a lot of families, a lot of little ones, people saying, you know, they wanted to raise their kids in faith and raise their kids like Charlie was living and being strong in his convictions. And something that we've seen, and we've just been watching people break down, grown men crying and saying they feel like they lost a family member. So just some really, really hard moments out here continuing today, Connell.
Yeah, I noticed right when I came to you, Allie, you said it's another gut-wrenching day there, and I know you were there on site in Phoenix when the body of Charlie Kirk arrived. What was that scene like?
Yeah, there was a big gathering there too. A lot of people just awaiting the arrival of Air Force Two with the chance that they might be able to pay their respects that way. And while we were watching the plane arrive, we actually saw the widow for the first time, Erica, coming off of Air Force Two, holding hands with the second lady, with Usha Vance, and right behind them was the Vice President himself, J.D. Vance. And then moments later, something I didn't expect to see, the casket quite literally being taken off of that plane and lowered down, and then put in that hearse, and that was then transported in the motorcade to the local mortuary here. Now, we do know that there are a lot of vigils happening across the country, but we also know that there's going to be a memorial walk tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. in Peoria here in Arizona. We know a lot of people want to pay their support here because this is where he lived. He lived in the Phoenix area, and so there is going to be a walk tomorrow if anyone in this area wants to join in on that, Connell.
Yeah, you mentioned you didn't expect to see that scene. Just the whole idea of the Vice President, Allie, of the United States coming, you know, he was supposed to be, remember, originally it was 9/11 in New York and then changed his schedule and went, and so a lot of that was unexpected. But we know, and you know, all you have to do is read his post on social media the other night, that J.D. Vance and Charlie Kirk were very close personal friends, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and then you saw in that post where the Vice President said, "You ran a good race, my friend. We've got it from here." And those are those gut-wrenching moments, right? You see signs that are down here that say, "Well done, good and faithful servant." You know, those are Bible verses from Matthew 25:23. So that's what we're seeing all over down here, is just those moments of humanity. And we're not seeing any anger. We're seeing everybody just grieving and uniting. And that is something that is so profound, Connell, and such a moment. And it actually does offer a little bit of hope here in a really, really dark time, Connell.
All right, Allie, thank you. Allie Bradley is there in Phoenix. I think we have some new video coming in. We'll put it up for you now. Back to that home in the southern part of Utah. So now we're getting a look at the suspect's car. I guess that's the Charger. Is that what we're looking at as we zoom in there? That was, we think, was probably on campus the other night. That's a close-up shot next to the pickup truck of the home of the suspect. And again, Washington County, we had live reporting. Now you see a lot of activity in and out of there. Okay, canines there and what have you. So there's been a lot of activity throughout the day. Our NewsNation affiliate reporter had talked about some of that, and now we're seeing it in real time. They've moved back the perimeter where the reporters had been set, and now, you know, there's a lot of evidence gathering going on, it appears, some of it involving, I guess, the use of a canine, but we're seeing that in real time, and that's the home. So we're going to talk more about the arrest, the charges, the manhunt, what led up to all of that as we continue.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.